Welcome back to more Lord of the Rings Online. Let's get back right into it. Lady Rosfin and I have talked at length about this invader from Tarlang's Crown. He must be of considerable power to sway the dead to his cause, but he is still just a man. Or so I hope. We cannot be certain if he has already finished his dealings with the dead, but you must seek him out at the hill. If he is to meet the dead there again, he will show himself. And it is then that you must convince the dead of his deception. Go now, Kippen. Gurion shall aid you when you reach the hill. Gurion shall meet you at the hill. Are you ready, Kippen? So of course we know who this strange traveler is.
After investigating strange occurrences throughout the Vale, you have tracked an invader from Tarlang's Crown to the Hill of Erech. While their identity remains unknown, they intend to form a pact with the ruthless dead. A union that could spell doom for Gondor. How may I help you, friend?
Honor or not, I am still not certain if I regret joining you here, Kippen. I suppose I will find out soon. We should advance as quietly as possible, for I do not wish to alert this man to our presence until the time comes. Let us begin our ascent, Kippen. I hope the dead are kind enough to leave us be. My people have long avoided the hill for good reason, Kippen. So you must forgive me if I seem a mite uneasy. Who do you think this man to be, Kippen? Surely not the King of Gondor. Perhaps he is a corsair, but to hold such power over the dead, I do not think it likely. But there were those of a long-vanished line that worshipped the enemy and wielded vile powers in his name. They are upon us, to arms. I fear we shall not soon see the last of them, but we must press on. Now, what was I saying? Unlikely as it is, it could be that this man is a descendant of the Black Númenóreans. If that should be true, we would have much more to worry about than fear of the dead. I pray I am wrong, Kippen, but I cannot explain what I have seen thus far. The dead will not suffer our presence here, Kippen. We must fight through them. Hold, Kippen. The chill of death is still in the air. We have tarried long enough. There is no sense in allowing them more time to regroup. Let us wait a moment here, Kippen. Nerzus is back.
These are troublesome times indeed.
Look ahead, Kippen. Is that the same Oathbreaker you spoke once before? Nerzus, was it? I do not see the invader yet, so this may be our last chance. You should speak with the Oathbreaker and try to convince him of his folly. You speak of deception, Hobbit, yet you know nothing of our plight. Azrathor has given us a means of escape. The curse that binds us shall be lifted at this war's end, and the line of Isildur shall finally be broken. We shall have no one left to answer to save the Dark Lord, as it always should have been. You are too late, Kippen. We will overwhelm these lands, and the heirs of Castamere shall lead us all to freedom. Come, Azrathor. This is the one I told you of. Well, I was wrong. I thought we were talking about Aragorn here. You are too late for our gathering, Kippen. You see, the dead have already sworn themselves to my lord. I am Azrathor, an heir of Castamere and servant to the Scourge. When this war ends and the kingdoms of men lie broken, the Great Eye shall rule and the dead will be free of their curse. I need not the strength of the heir of Isildur to break this curse, only the might of the Dark Lord Sauron. While I admire your boldness in seeking an audience with me, you will not leave the Vale alive. I leave this matter to you, Nerzus, and pray do not fail me. Slay them where they stand. Serve your master, Oathbreakers, and your curse shall be lifted. Well, I completely got that wrong. As for the rest of you, you will begin to repay the Dark Lord for the betrayal in Tarlang's crown. Azrathor and the dead rush from the Vale. Your journey ends here. I will not allow you to keep us from the freedom we desire. Actually has a pretty decent amount of HP. There's no defeat for me, Kippen. It is only you who shall meet your doom in Gondor, says him as he is defeated.
How may I help you, friend?
We have kept our lives, Kippen, but I fear we won little else. This heir of Castamir, Azrathor, threatens the whole of Gondor, and we may only count ourselves lucky that all the dead did not heed his call. He has fled to Tarlang's crown, but he may not stay there long before waging war to the south, or even the west, for Amphalis is all but empty. You must warn Malthalim and Lady Rosfin at once so that the people of Dol Amroth might be ready for wartime. Let us leave this place, Kippen. Interesting.
These are troublesome times indeed.
I'm thankful for the aid you have provided us, Kippen. I worry greatly for Dol Amroth now that this black Númenórean has swayed the dead to his cause. Yet I cannot help but feel that the Vale has returned to some sense of peace now that he and most of the dead have rushed away into Tarlang's crown. We shall remain vigilant and keep them from pillaging our towns any further. I only hope that we can afford Dol Amroth enough time to ready itself for war. What do we got here? A bunch of items, which is kind of weird when there's legendaries. We got some shields. Let's take a look, see if there's anything interesting. This Warden shield is not terrible. Better critical defense, same range defense. Little less agility, way more vitality. Block rating and evade rating, which I'd rather keep my physical mastery. Yeah, this one's better though. It's the same range defense. I get more critical defense. I get more agility. Get more vitality. I get some finesse and much higher critical rating. Yeah, this is an upgrade for me. Let me immediately equip it so I don't forget. Yeah, that's a nice little upgrade.
Gondor needs your aid.
You have done so much to aid us, Kippen. Although you weren't able to defeat this self-styled heir, you have pushed him from the Vale, and for that we cannot thank you enough. To the southeast you will find Tarlang's Neck, a narrow, rocky trail through the hills leading deeper into Gondor. If such problems plague us this far north, I worry greatly for the people of Lamedon. On my last journey home from visiting Kellumbel, I met a man named Gladion near Tarlang's Neck. You should speak with him, for he may know more of what troubles our lands. Alright, so we're vectoring out of here, it seems like. Yeah, we're definitely gonna war steed there. And finally be able to continue the epic storyline as well. This is all so new and exciting. Go around the hill to the north. I could just follow the road. It'll get me there. Alright. Doesn't look like I missed anything. There's some war bands that I'm not able to solo, but that's alright. What's this mission? Arnorian. Got some introduction and vector quests, but pretty caught up here, looks like. Some bears. Nothing too ominous in these parts yet. You see a wagon ahead, motionless in the road. What happened?
Take care, traveler. The road here is treacherous. My wagon has succumbed.
You passed through Tarling's Neck. Many an ankle have been turned by the rough going in this pass. Riders and walkers sent to the ground by one misstep. It has claimed the axle of my cart, and now my business is halted. I sent my boy, Lamedon, to the nearest village for supplies we can use to fix it, but he has yet to return. Can you keep an open eye for him? I am afraid that he may have run into trouble, or into the town's tavern for a short drink that became a long one. The nearest town is called Dunadab, and it is to the southeast along the road. Lamedon may be a fool, but he is my boy, and I do not want him to run afoul of trouble. Not when we have a task to perform. Really too far away to accept the quest?
Take care, traveler. The road here is treacherous. My wagon has succumbed.
Alright, let's go further ahead into town as we pass into a new region in Western Gondor. Wow, and look at how this just opens up. Very cool. Very cool. Let me appreciate the scenery a little bit. I love how that just kind of opened up from behind the woods there. Little waterfall in the corner. Very cool. Nice new soundtrack to go along with the visuals. I'm digging it. Let me open up the map and see what I'm dealing with. So I'm here. So this is Lamedon. Okay. So it looks like there's a main town and then maybe a few little outposts around. Cool.
If you could bring one of these barrels back to my father, I will follow with the other.
I need to return to my father's cart. Up the road that way, in the neck. Have you come from there? Lamedon grimaces and clutches his leg. We were bringing several bottles of Camadril's liquor to sell at towns throughout the Vale on behalf of Galagam's divine and delicate drafts. But the cart succumbed to the harsh passage. My father sent me down to the village yonder to bring back supplies to fix the cart, and I did my duty. Well, as far as it went, for I was jumped by raiders and hurt my foot quite grievously. They ran off, but be warned, they may return in time. If you could bring one of these barrels back to my father, I will follow with the other. I think I am just about ready to walk once more. Oh, got some raiders coming in. Corsair raiders. Oh yeah, these are... That's a cool design on these guys. Very cool. They look like what I would expect them to look like. Corsair Slayer Deed. Cool. Bring the barrel of nails to Brandon by his cart. Wait, I should be... Yeah, I should be going that way. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, I guess I don't have to physically carry it, so I can get on my steed.
you find my boy? Did you find Nethadon?
You tell Bandron that his son was attacked by raiders, but survived and seemed well enough to return very soon. That is a relief, Kippen. I have many daughters, but he is my only son. Who else will carry on my legacy, and that of my house, as common as it is? He is my blood, and in him I see my own visage at that age. Young, but full of dreams for the road to come. He is dear to me. You have done well by my son and by my family. Now, my benefactor, what supplies have you brought from him? Give them to me that I may repair this axle, the better to return to my employer's errand. You hand over the barrel of nails, and Bandron's eyes widen with surprise. What's this, an entire barrel of nails? You tell Bandron that his son should be by soon with another, similar barrel. No, that cannot be. What am I supposed to do with 2 barrels of nails? I need to fix an axle, not put a nail in every tree from here to the Greywood. This repair will take 2 nails at most. And now we have 2 barrels of the things. How much coin did he spend on these barrels? Every one I gave to him, I do not doubt. All our profit on this expedition will have gone to buying nails. Oh, Kippen, I recommend to you a life without heirs. Every hair on my hand was the color of coal before Nethadon was born, and ever since, white hairs, each and every one. My employer is Gallingam, of Gallingam's Divine and Delicate Drafts. He runs a shop in the town of Kellenball, to the southeast. Kindly go to him and tell him that we ran into some difficulty and will return as soon as Kevenduril liquor is delivered. If you have a kindly heart, Kippen, weave a tale of raiders and robbers, and leave the nails quite out of it. Interesting. If the dead pass through here, they may have gone to Kellenball. It is worth a look. Okay, back over that way. Gonna start out at this little outpost before making it to the major city. Definitely seems to be the case. I jumped while I pressed my stop button, so the whole thing just didn't work.
Gondor needs your aid.
I do not believe I have seen you before, traveler, but Lady Rosfin, that name I know. You say you wish to aid the people of this land? I do not claim to speak for all of them, but if you aid my family and me, I know we would be grateful.
Gondor needs your aid.
Ho there, traveler. You look as if you're in need of a meal and a place to put your feet. You have a wholesome look about you. You are welcome to take respite and break bread with us tonight, and in exchange we ask you for a day's work on our farm. I am Gladion, and Limeril is my wife, and she is a fine cook.
These are troublesome times indeed.
So you're interested in helping out? That is excellent. There are some squeaky chairs in Limeril that will not let back into the house until they are repaired, and also a ladder with a broken rung. I do not want anyone getting hurt. So he asked me to fix some creaky ladders and chairs. You have noticed a number of unfriendly looking Avank wandering near the edges of Gladion's farm. You should drive them back as they encroach upon the kindly Gondorian family's land. I'm loving this little town here. As always, it's just so impressive to me how each area feels different than the other and has its own little culture. It seems like small details, but it really makes the game very cohesive and immersive, which is really what I most enjoy about the game, just how immersive it is. Can't believe this thing didn't hit. Oh, wow, I'm not even looking at my health. Oh, I got bad poison. Where's my potion? What is this? That's a ton of damage. Wow. Okay. I wasn't even paying attention. You have defeated many Avank near Gladion's farm. And a new deed for quests. Okay.
These are troublesome times indeed.
That was fast. Thank you for your help, Kippen. Now, if you would be so good as to help with the harvest. The wheat and cabbages are ready for picking, and the carrots need to be brought to the wagon bound to Kellenbell. You should harvest the wheat and cabbages and carry the carrots to the wagon. Oh, there they are. Looking for a crate of carrots. Where's the carts? Is it this one? Nope. A little further ahead, maybe? That one? Okay, good. Yeah, you can definitely tell a big difference between these Gondorian towns and the Rohirrim ones.
How may I help you, friend?
Ah, well done, friend. You have good arms and a strong back for this sort of work. Our village could use you, you know. It is a good life here in Lamedon. You politely tell Gladion that your life is one for traveling, not sitting still. Ah, shame, Kippen. But that is well. You shall sit still tonight at my wife's table. You will have a good rest this night. It's a pocket item. Not as good as what I got, so I'll just take whatever.
Gondor needs your aid.
It is almost time for dinner, and you have certainly earned it. Go on inside, for Limerill is waiting. But where is my brother Furion? He should have been back quite some time ago. Go in, Kippen. I will wait for Furion. You may tell Limerill that we will be in shortly, I hope. Hello, you must be Kippen. Gladion told me that you will be joining us for dinner tonight. So my husband's brother Furion is late? Odd, he's usually on time when we sit down as a family. I wonder where he could be.
Gladion and his wife, Limerill, have invited you to join them for a family meal, but Gladion's brother, Furion, has not yet arrived.
Gondor needs your aid.
You wish to help with dinner? That is very kind of you, Kippen. I do not wish to be an ungracious host, for you have earned a rest after today. You insist and you are up to the task, and ask what can be done to help. If you insist, I will not refuse a generous offer. The hutch in the corner, would you set the table if you please? You should set the table. Gather dishes. Ah man, setting the table. A classic childhood chore. What these kids should be doing, not me.
How may I help you, friend?
Thank you for the help, Kippen. But where are Gladion and Furion? Really, now they are dreadfully late. The peace is broken by the sound of the door banging open. Uncle Furion.
Gondor needs your aid.
You stumbled on our doorstep from across the farm limping. Help us. Someone help my brother. Furion, what's wrong? Where are you hurt? I'm fine, really. I just need to rest a moment. Furion's blood begins to form a pool on the floor, and it is clear that he has sustained a deep slash wound in his belly. So much blood. Please hurry, Kippen, and fetch the healer. She can be found on the other end of the village. Hurry. Summon a healer. Alright, let's go get one. Quickly now. There's a man bleeding on the floor. That's not good.
Gondor needs your aid.
You hurriedly tell the healer that Furion has been grievously wounded and bleeds alarmingly onto his brother's floor. Furion wounded? What could that young man have been up to get himself so hurt? I will go right away. Let's see, I haven't had a good cloak update in a while. These are terrible. These are absolutely terrible.
How may I help you, friend?
I will hasten to Gladion's home at once, dear. Follow me, please. I might need your aid when I arrive, depending on his condition. He's running out of there. Nice.
Gondor needs your aid.
Come, come, let us make haste. Get on the pony, lady. I can take you. Don't understand why she doesn't hitch a ride.
How may I help you, friend?
This is a peaceful town. How could he have gotten so injured? Limerill, white as a ghost, does not speak. Her eyes are fixed on her brother-in-law, alarmed and concerned.
How may I help you, friend?
A nasty wound this. He won't seem to say a word. You should ask his family if he said anything to them, and I will have a look at Furion's wound. He has not spoken a word, save for what he said to you. It is unlike him. What could have happened? Why will he not speak? Limerill is white and shaken as she expresses her worry for her husband's brother.
These are troublesome times indeed.
My brother, how could he have sustained such a wound, Kippen? We are but peaceful farmers here. Gladion is shocked by his brother's injury. He has no information for you.
I am afraid to wander too far from home lately.
My uncle is hurt badly, isn't he? I don't like it. He has been very sad lately. I don't think anyone notices, but I do, because he never wants to play or read with me anymore. He does not eat as much as a farmer should, but nobody notices but me. Do you think he will be alright? Mirith has noticed that her uncle has been more sad and distant than usual as of late.
My family says that it is dangerous outside.
My uncle Furion has been strange lately. I do not understand. Why is he bleeding? Is this because of his adventure? I saw him leaving town this morning and he said he was going to go on an adventure, but would be back for dinner. He wasn't supposed to get hurt. He told me not to tell anyone about that. Tumir saw Furion disappear earlier that day on a secretive adventure of sorts.
How may I help you, friend?
Well, that doesn't give us any answers, but I have gained little knowledge. This is a knife wound, a clean cut, easy to stitch up. It will take little time. While I take care of Furion, would you be so good as to mind my chores at the shop? I was about to pull down the linens for bandages. Also, we are needing more kingsfoil. It grows wild in these parts, a lovely plant with great healing qualities. Alright, so that's going to do it for this episode. In the next one, I will begin helping out the people here, and I'm excited about it. Hope you're as well. See you next time.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.